Hi everyone, welcome back to Patches of Greenery, and today we are just discussing a quick overview of the NMC process. What is the NMC first of all? Is it Nursing and Midwifery Council? So that is the main license, well, the only licensing body for nurses in the UK. Yeah, nurses and midwives. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I think it's different for like when you're coming to the UK because most of us are nurses from our countries.
Yeah.
So like now you have to have a license with the midwifery board, like that's the nursing and midwifery board in the UK. So there's a process that you undertake because now it's like just to tell them or just to have something, a legal document, or to show that you are a nurse, you are fit to practice, you're a competent nurse to practice. So you have to go through a certain process for them to give you a pin, because we call it a pin here. It's the license. So the process, I think I can just say back from home, because I had practiced nursing in Kenya. I had a license by the nursing board in Kenya. So there's the eligibility criteria. Like you have to be a nurse in your country.
Yeah.
You have a license in your country to practice, and then they recommend like you can have 1 year of experience, at least 1 year of experience. The more the better. I'm not sure if you're just a newly qualified nurse, if you can get. I'm not so sure if any one of you had just qualified and then you started the process. You can let us know too.
Oh, and just a reminder, this is not like educational or whatever. So if you have information or up-to-date information, we are currently going through the process, please let us know as well. This is just kind of us discussing how the process went for us, and I guess we'll give you an idea of what currently goes on as well.
Yeah. So I think the first thing, you had to do an English test. Because we're not an English speaking country, but we had to prove that we know English, we speak in English,
we can write.
Yeah, you can write. So
and you can listen.
Yeah, so you have that.
And you can read.
Yeah. So it's a banding system where they score you in writing, speaking, reading, and listening. Yeah, and listening, where you have to get. At the point when I was doing was you have to get at least a minimum of 7 band score, but in writing you could get a 6.5 that qualified you to start the process with the NMC.
So that's just IELTS. So with OET, I've not taken that exam before. Have you?
No, I don't even know about.
You wouldn't. I don't even go. I'm not even going to ask you.
Yeah. So I think that's where we differ, because the English-speaking countries, I think like Australia, America, and all that, you guys in the Caribbean,
and clearly, Barbados.
Yeah, I think that's different. And then you create an NMC online account. Yeah. So where they just need to know you. Like there's a Vera who exists somewhere, and where you had to pay about £140 at that point. And then once you pay that, you create your account. Then another step was to do the CBT exam. That's a computer-based test where they have
which is mainly made up it's just nursing questions and the nursing code, the UK nursing code as well. So a lot of the questions are made up of those. So it's nothing that any nurse can't do. It's
as long as you've been in nursing school, you've practiced nursing, there's something that you can do. And then after you do that, then there's where you submit the required documents, where you submit to the NMC. You need your passport, you need your qualification certificate, you need your license too, and then you also needed your English test to do that. And then you had the police clearance, that's the good conduct.
And the medical clearance as well.
Just to prove that you're a trusted individual, you're not
and you're healthy enough to undertake your duties as a nurse.
Yes. And then after you had done that, then you had to verify your documents. That's why you go to your licensing body back in your country, take your certificates, take your transcripts, take your what else were you taking? Basically that's it. And then there was a portal, like it was a website or something, where your nursing council in your country will send like an email or something to an NMC, like to say this person is who they say they are. They've practiced nursing in their country.
They're still registered.
They're still registered.
Or they were registered.
Yeah, they're safe practitioners.
There's no case against you.
Exactly. And then after that, then you had to receive your decision letter, and then that's where that's where it allows you to proceed with looking for jobs in the UK. So so that's where even now the agency comes in for most people, because I used an agency, so that's where they came in. and then the agency will apply the visa for you and all that.
Mm.
I think I don't remember much after that because now they were doing all the things for you. It was just bringing you paper, emails. You need to sign. I don't know how that was for you, Ryan, because that was something
Sign,
else.
upload.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But it's basically the same process
Mhm.
without the IELTS
Yeah.
and all that. The CBT.
Mhm.
I had some practice questions from the agency.
Yeah.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah, that was good, and that actually helped. So it had some of the practice questions from that. Did the CBT, passed that, got all the stuff up for NMC. Now that we're speaking, I just remembered I actually had to send all of those things, this transcripts and all of that.
Yes.
I used FedEx.
There
I just
you
remembered.
go. Yes.
I just remember.
That's
I
it.
used
So you had
FedEx.
you could download the forms on your portal and then send them to where they need to go. But when they were done, say by your nursing council or by the school or by your employer, you couldn't physically access that document.
Right.
It was sent directly from the other people straight to the nursing
Yeah.
council.
But I
Yes.
had like stuff I had to send to
Yeah.
NMC directly.
Oh, okay.
I just remembered it. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
what
as
did
we
I
were
send?
speaking.
Could have been medical as well and the police clearance.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what
What
it
it
was,
was,
but
yeah.
I
Something had to
remember,
go.
Yeah, sending something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was waiting for the response from NMC and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's quite
Yeah, so it was basically the same thing.
Yeah. And
Um,
then that's where they apply for your visa,
Yeah.
and then they get you a sponsor, where you get your certificate of sponsorship, because I think you need that
That
before.
is, it's like the main thing, one of the main things
that's-
to get
And-
your visa.
And just a disclaimer, people should be very careful because there's a lot of things happening now. Someone tells you, oh, I can get you a certificate of sponsorship. I can get you where you have to pay for it to get it.
When
So-
you got a genuine employer and all that, you don't pay
for it.
anything.
Yeah, because I've had people have paid some massive amounts. Like
if I had that
Yeah.
for the
money,
SOS,
I would not have left where I came from.
So just do your research and just make sure, because no one will ask money for it, really.
No.
Yeah, if it's a genuine employer,
Yeah.
even a genuine agency, because it's the employer who usually there's some
They cover
You-
all the payments,
Yeah,
don't
but
they?
you have to reimburse.
Yes, but then
as you work.
as you are, because it's not like where you have to pay them for them to get
Yeah.
you.
No.
It's something that you will have a contract with the employers that you have to, pay that. They will after that. That's when they issue you the COS, and then they apply for you for a work visa, and then now you're ready to travel. Because most of the things I think the agency did for us, so I can't really remember the nitty gritty bits in it, because it was just sending us emails and documents, sign them, we need this document, send it to them. They were just doing everything, and everything for us.
Yeah. Should we just mention about so for NMC full registration and to get our pins, yes, we had to send them documents and all of that, but we had to do the CBT. That's the first test, and then the OSCE.
The OSCE,
is the second part to becoming a registered nurse in the UK.
Yeah.
Because as we first came, we would have been
Pre-registered.
Pre-reg,
Yeah. Because you are
Yes.
pre-registered when you come here, and then once you do your LSK exam, which also the employer, they organize that for you. They did that. They organized it for us. Because even we had an in-house trainer who was, but we went somewhere for about 5 days where they trained us how to answer the questions, the structure of OSCEs and all that. And then, I think that was it really. Then we went for the trainings and then just practice. Because there are some people who didn't have a trainer, they had to practice them themselves, So she had to practice it, and
This one.
I
Don't do
remember
what I did.
because you had to talk to yourself. I remember those days you were in your room, you have a makeshift resident there or a patient, and then you knock, and then you ensure the area is safe, the room is safe, no hazards, no spillage of water, and then
And you're recycling your practice material.
I know, and then you're like,
Or
I
like
forgot,
what's in
and then introduce yourself to the patient or to the resident. After you introduce yourself, then check their date of birth, check their name. Are they allergic to anything? And then tell them what you have come to do and all this process. Oh my God, like those days, but they were interesting times. Yeah, we learned a lot, And then after that, I think I don't know about you, but you guys, but I remember I did mine in Northern Ireland. Ulster University, the OSCE
Yeah, I
exam.
went
Yeah,
to
you guys were
Ulster
having
as well.
mini holidays.
Ah,
weren't you?
Yeah, it wasn't any holiday.
That was a holiday. Yeah.
I remember that it was COVID period when I did it. And
Okay.
I remember passing through the airport and
There's no
really-
one.
There was no one, and no one actually looked at my passport, and I was like,
What, you just walked through?
It was just walk through, scan, walk through,
Oh,
scan.
because
And
of social distancing and all
social
this.
distancing and all of that.
Excuse
Yeah.
me.
I just remember, and then my taxi guy was waiting there straight to the hotel.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
That was good living.
Yeah, I
mini
remember.
holiday.
I took a train. I could have just gone there the same morning and come back the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was
I
a
didn't
trip.
have fun. I won't lie.
It was a
I didn't
trip.
like it.
It was a
Went to Gatwick Airport. Went to Gatwick Airport.
yeah,
Took
yeah.
our Jet 2 plane.
Yeah.
Jet 2, Jet 2.
Yeah.
All
Get
the way
your
to
miles
Northern
on.
Ireland and all that. Yeah.
Your air miles.
Yeah, and all that. Yeah, it was
EasyJet.
Easy
EasyJet.
Jet. That was
Okay.
the EasyJet. You got the orange ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
The orange
EasyJet.
The orange one, yeah.
Yeah, we got that, and yeah, we did the exam. I can't really remember the nitty-gritties of the exam, but I think because again it was COVID time, they were limiting what you got, the time and everything, because the less time you interacted with people, the better. So we didn't. Yeah, I can't remember what we did exactly, but yeah, we did that, and then unfortunately it didn't pass.
You were enjoying
After all
yourself
the
too much.
enjoyment.
That's what you forgot.
No worries. Me too.
You forgot why you went there.
No, not really. I think it's just that exam.
Oh, we laugh now,
yeah.
but it's not a great feeling.
Yeah.
At
I
the
think
time,
and then you know what it was? Input and output.
Yeah,
The girl could not do subtraction and addition.
that's it.
Fluid balance.
Fluid balance. Yeah, it was fluid balance.
Simple math.
Simple. And I had a calculator and a ruler.
You had a calculator.
Yeah.
So what was your problem?
I don't know. Nervousness or something. But I remember
I know what was mine.
I realized maybe 3 minutes to time, and then I panicked. My heart was, I was like, oh my God, I'm coming back.
correct
I'm coming
this,
back. I can't correct. I'm trying, like, because I knew there was a problem somewhere, but I couldn't find it, So I'm trying. Time's up. And I was like, I'm coming back.
I'll see you soon.
I'll see you
exam.
soon.
I'll see you
It's
soon.
time to, anyway, yeah. But the second time, that was a holiday.
Oh yeah, because you could only you only had to repeat.
What you had failed. So at that time, I was coming for a holiday. Even if you see my Instagram account,
It was holiday.
I was living. You could anyway. Don't believe everything you see on Instagram, child. I'm there bowling and living, but inside,
The nerves were still there.
inside, I'm like, hopefully I did well this time. Hopefully, but yeah.
As you try and sip on something, oh, did I?
Did I
Maybe
the multiplier?
put it down.
Okay, Yeah.
The inside you're dying.
I said I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like you can say, oh, Vera's catching flights,
And
but
I think not passing it while you're by yourself, that's fine. It's when you get to work and how'd it go?
Exactly. How
Oh
did it go? How did it go?
It.
If I had passed, I would have told you long time. So
Exactly. Oh,
was
but
it.
don't worry. It's okay. You'll try again, but you're like, oh.
and to have to explain it to somebody who's probably never going to see this exam ever, or
Exactly.
they got no clue and they just
Oh,
think
people, and then someone, yeah.
They just it's like
People
come on,
passing,
you
yeah.
feel
That time
judged.
she didn't have to do it,
Mm.
so she had no idea.
Idea
what
was
about
happening.
that.
And then
Yeah.
someone says, here people pass first time.
Well, I
Okay.
didn't.
Really?
I didn't. So
do
leave
you
it.
think I purposely failed?
Yeah, I just wanted you were enjoying EasyJet so much. That's what it was.
Yeah, I think after I did it the second time and then got the, I think we didn't get the pin immediately. Ours was taking time. I think a month later. That's
Okay.
when I think 28 days or something. Yeah.
I got mine within minutes.
Yeah.
And when I did, I was on a shift the next day.
As a nurse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think mine took about 24 hours or 48 hours before I got it.
Mm.
Yeah, and then you were on the shift.
And then
Yeah.
your shift, you're like,
Yeah.
you know what? Now you can start working and be, and take responsibility
Of this pin.
of this pin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was it, really. Yeah.
Mm.
Just remembering. Yeah. I think sometimes you say things and then you remember.
Yeah,
you're
it's like we say it really quick, but when
Yeah.
you think of all the emotions and the stress that were
and the
going
stress,
on,
yeah.
it's
I
not
just
fun.
remember I actually missed my flight.
All right. What did you
The
do?
first time I went.
And I bet you were thinking it's a sign. Things have gone wrong.
No.
This is where it starts.
No, this is my flight back to the UK.
Mhm.
Because I went on my own, and met the others there, and so everyone's talking about the flight is at this time. And I said, yeah, my flight is at the same time.
Yeah.
You know?
No, yours was earlier.
Mine was earlier.
gone.
It's gone. Mine was earlier. And then they tried to figure out how to book the flight again.
Oh.
Had to call
Your manager,
the
whoever.
manager
Yeah.
so she can get.
I
the-
bet they were like, "Oh, Ryan's missed his flight." Like, oh, jeez. Who is this we've hired?
So I could get another extra night at the hotel. And,
Oh my days! You couldn't even fly the same day.
no,
Take him back.
I
Take
got
him
a
back.
flight the next day.
Somebody enjoyed his holiday. Bit too much.
But I think that there's no enjoying at that moment when you missed your. Oh, did you enjoy when you missed your flight?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm in a hotel.
You made use of it.
We might as well use the time, like no
I know.
feeling sorry. Oh yeah, that was it. Really, the process. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
think.
jeez.
Yeah. Then now
You
you
make
are.
it sound so quick.
Yeah, I know you are all responsible for the floor.
Oh yeah.
Now you're, you know.
Now you got your pin, and you have to look after it.
Yeah, I think they always say keeping the pin is the issue. Getting it, not too bad, but yeah.
Keeping it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So everything you do is on you, really. like,
exactly.
Yeah. Once your name, you signed your name on it. That's yours.
yeah, everything you do and everything you don't do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we've come to the end of this episode.
That was a quick one.
Yeah.
So if you got any more information of the current NMC process, please let us know. And if you like what we're doing, want us to share more stories, if you want us to share your story, don't forget to
Like,
subscribe and share.
Comment and share.
That's it. And comment. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
See you soon in our next video. All
See you next
all
time.
right, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.